Going to use these applications to enhance my implementing of rigor and relevance with my students and increasing my own accountability for applying those skills from quadrant A, B, C, and D.
Students in this district now, they've got these MacBooks and we have the Vernier Pros. So now if we want to do a lab or do something, instead of timing it with a stopwatch, we can use video analysis and we can time measurements down to 1,000th of a centimeter or 1,000,000th of a second. And they can create graphs and all their perfect data and really represent the concept we're trying to do. The other thing they can do is they can look at the graph and using a linear equation or the quadratic, they can write an equation based on the data they collected. And then once we've got that equation, use it to actually solve problems. We now have the capability for the kids to go in and do a lab and create the data to generate the formula and help them understand where it comes from. So they're really learning physics. The thing we've used quite a little bit with these Macs that's really good, and we couldn't work well, that did not work well with the PCs, is the video capabilities. I've done quite a bit of electronic whiteboarding where students will do screenshots of their work or take video pictures of whiteboards and pop them into the Macintosh program pages. And then they can also then, I asked them instead of writing their conclusion or what they're trying to understand, is to ask them to say it. And the first thing most of them do is write a script on a whiteboard and read it. So it's helping with literacy and understanding there. And also I think literacy is important, and we can work with kids when we have a graph and have something to write about. We can work with them to have them describe it technically and all, and it really reinforces the literacy if they have something in front of them. What they're learning here is how to use tools to reason and solve skills. I always enjoy it when they take the ACT test, because the ACT science portion is a science reasoning test, and the kids will come back and go, hey, you know, reading all those graphs and taking the data and writing graphs and interpret it and all, so that's what's on that test. And that is what science and industry wants these kids to be able to do when they get to college. They want them to be able to work well with groups, use some technology, and they want them to be able to interpret graphs and use these skills. And then the first thing they say is, we're going to train them, we'll tell them what we want them to know. But if they can develop these skills, then they have what we need in their training. And I think this program, with the use of the computers, especially with the use of these Macintosh computers, really reinforces that. These MacBooks are awesome because the kids can walk in, push one button, and they're ready to go to work. I have heard some talk, and that maybe the kids are watching too many videos and doing things like that on, they shouldn't. And all I can say is, you don't take kids to a beach or to a swimming pool and leave them unattended. You either stay with them or you take them someplace where they're a lifeguard. Classroom where I teach, I consider myself the lifeguard. And I supervise their use. They use them productively, and if we don't need them, we close them. And as long as they're engaged and working on something, they really don't have much time to do those other things. And part of moving forward, if we move forward with them, there's going to be some pros and cons, but you know, it just takes work. You got to be on your feet working with the kids, and the kids will use them productively. And it also takes a little work from teachers, because you know what, these kids are younger and they learn a little quicker than we do, and so maybe we need to devote a little more time to work with them.
Learner is my number 2 strength, so being able to have these opportunities to come and learn new programs is just incredible.
Is going to be able to help me across the board in all aspects of teaching. I absolutely love the idea of being able to embed a video into a document. I have a classroom blog that I think that I'll be able to really be able to use pages with that. The iMovie class was great as well. I can see so many applications for the kids to creatively demonstrate understanding, especially some students that have more difficulty in written format demonstrating understanding.